Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone, wherever you are. Hope you're having a lovely day. So, today, traditionally, Thursdays are Friends Day, but with it being summer, everyone's busy. I get that. I completely understand that. It's really hard to be beholden to one day of the week where you have to log in at a specific time and get everybody together and arrange them. So, until summer gets by and calms down, Thursdays are going to be casual game day, where I will play a variety of different multiplayer games, preferably my free-to-play games that anyone can join in if they have the game. And that's how we're going to handle Thursday mornings from here on out. Today, I've chosen World of Warships to start with, because they've got a plethora of new events. And as it just flashed up there, you can't see it just yet because I haven't switched the scenes, but there's an auction going on. And this is the first time ever. I've played this game since closed beta, and I've never seen an auction. I have no idea what to expect, so we're going to check that first thing when we get in, and we'll probably open a couple boxes and see about getting some little goofy battles in. An auction. Yes, I am very eager to see this. I saved. I didn't go and check last night. It came out at midnight last night. It was kind of a last minute. They announced it via Twitter post and everything just, I think, yesterday. So I have no idea what it will be, and I've saved it as a surprise for myself as much as the audience. I did not check it. As tempted as I was to hit the play button last night, I said, no, I'm going to let the game update, grab the update in a patch, and I will check it tomorrow on stream so you all can see my firsthand reaction to it. I didn't even bother to read anything about it because I want to be surprised. They did update the game, by the way. There is a patch and a couple notes. I don't think they changed anything too drastically. I think some destroyer vision things were corrected. I think an aircraft carrier problem was fixed. And they added, I think, 2 new captains. Oh, and then Arena Season 12 started. I'm not real big in the arenas. I won the first arena, and after that, I kind of just felt like the arenas were like, I have the flag from the very first one. Why do I need 12 more? I bid 350. 350. Yeah, well, maybe I will be bidding 350, but it'll probably be 350 million something, I'm sure. But we do have a lot of coin in this game, so I've earned a bunch over the years that I've played. It also says Azure Lane is back. For those of you who are a big fan of the Azure Lane anime, I don't know if any of you are, but the Azure Lane characters have made a return. I believe you can get one of them for free. The rest you'd have to buy. I have bought in 2 of the packs because I really appreciated the artwork, and the ships are beautiful. I have to say, they did a really good job. Oh, and Godzilla vs. Kong has returned. So if you missed your opportunity to get one of the unique ships that is based on the ship from the movie, that really doesn't have much correlation, it's just a funny crossover that they did, now's your chance. Okay, without further ado, I am going to switch the scenes over. I don't really have any other announcements to make except that it's truck night. They have completely scrapped our original procedures for bringing in the truck. So I'm going to be very busy. I will not have a PM stream because I have to be at work all day today learning a brand new inventory system. Yay me. But I will be busy this evening. So we'll try to go for a little bit longer this morning, but there'll be no PM stream later. The next stream after today's will be tomorrow morning. We'll continue the Yu-Gi-Oh story at 10 a.m. Eastern. Besides that, no other announcements. I'm going to switch the scenes over. I'm eager to see this. So you're an OG. Does OG... I'm not familiar sometimes with some of the modern day acronyms. Does that stand for original? Original something, probably, right? So you won the first one? Yes. I actually... I placed in the top... well, winning's a loose term, Viv. I placed in the top 100. So I was in the 1% category. That's winning. In Arena, it's based on percentages. So I was not number 1. Number 1 was an astounding player who beat everybody who came across. I actually challenged them twice and lost. They're a very good player. But I did actually get into the top 100, which put me in the 1% category. I'll show you the flag, actually, when we get into the game. Without further ado, let's load in and check out all these wonderful little updates that have happened. Azure Lane. Okay, so Viv, you know about Azure Lane. I really like the Empire in Azure Lane. Oh, I have their flag, and I think I have 2 of their ships. The original gamer, because it's Pride Month, or gamer normally. Yes. Well, here's the details on it. The auction has commenced. Come and bid for valuable lots. The auction has just started. Visit the store to check out the details and get your hands on exclusive items. Note that the auction is open only for players with at least 25 battles, including those versus AI in total. I have 3,000, I think 500 battles. I think we're set. I think I'm allowed in the auction. Let's go there first, actually, shall we? Enter the auction. I love the character for this. She's beautiful. That clothing, oh, I would love to have that dress. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's very striking of the era in World War II. The Roaring Twenties had ended, but the fashion from that time had passed down into wartime effort. So during wartime, speakeasies were still available, there were still nightclubs going, and there was a lot of carousing and partying. And of course, the women who were left behind in war had to find new jobs. And one of those jobs was being dancers and servers inside of bars. As a matter of fact, it's kind of a good period for women. Women actually became the predominant workforce, and so they got a lot more power during that timeline. It was good for them. As wars are bad in general, but, you know, the war did have some offshoot side effects that were good for our culture. Sadly. But that is history. So let's enter the auction. Okay, the auction rules. Explore the lots. You compete for valuables with other players during a blind auction, which means you don't see other... Oh, this is a blind bid. I believe they call that... Oh, geez, not blind bidding. What is it? What is the name of a blind bid? Silent. It's a silent auction. Okay. Each lot available once per winner includes a particular number of treasured in-game items. High early bid wins. The auction items will be given to the highest bidders. However, if 2 bids are equal, the one placed earlier will have priority. As soon as the bidding for a lot ends, you either get the items you bid for or a full refund. Oh! So this is a silent auction with a refund policy. Literally, you don't spend anything unless you win. It's an all or nothing. Win or lose. So, for those of you who know ship terminology, this is a play on words. The win or lose nothing. They're going for the all or nothing armor scheme. And I think they did this on purpose. That's the all or nothing. You go all in or you get nothing. Let's go. Oops, I went back. The Commander's Delight is the first thing that we're allowed to place a bid on. In stock, there are 1,000 of these lots. The starting bid is 15 million. But what does it have? Oh, okay, that's why it's so expensive. Okay, so this seems really bad, but it's not. Insignias are worth about $20 each, give or take, in US dollars. They're used to max out your captains. Without these, you can't max out your captain. It's impossible. And they rarely give these away for free. And as I said, they're worth about $20 each. So yeah, 15 million silver is about right. You would have to bid that. One true coating. Ooh, now that I'm much more interested in bidding on because it's a tier 3 ship. And I love tier 3 battles. And the Coing is a very interesting ship. I want that because that's a German dreadnought. Withstands a lot and gives even more back. Oh, This is a very interesting German dreadnought because it was one of the first dreadnoughts to have cannons, rotating axis cannons on either side and in the middle. And it used a power rotator for them. Very interesting ship. I think it still had a steam turbine too. I think it was a coal-fed steam turbine, if I remember right. It was one of the last ones built. I'm probably going to bid on that. And I'll probably bid an absurd amount. The last thing that we can bid on, there's 2,500 of these in stock. Starting bid's only 500, so we will throw a bid at this, is the golden flag. It may be the absolute best thing in the whole wide world, but you'll never know until you fly it. I think I have the golden flag. Oh, I do. You already own this item? Well, that made up our mind for us, didn't it? Morgan, how are you doing, friend? What were you last playing? I do apologize, Morgan. I was lurking in your room, and I got caught up with Jamie Lasana. They were beating Ori, and I could not break away for the love of me. But I did lurk you last night. I just didn't even get to see what you were up to. Oh, you were playing the Killer School. But thank you for the lurk, friend. I hope you have a wonderful day at work. Thank you for being here. Well, I have the golden flag, so we don't need... You know what I'm placing a bid on? What would you think that Tinsera would place a bid on? The historical ship or the fake insignias? I'm placing it on the ship. I am placing a lot on this, by the way. I want it. I don't care about cost. I have to get this. I'm going to start with 8,000 doubloons. That's about $15, because that's about what I would pay. I put like 15 bucks on it. I should be able to get this at 15. My bid is 8,000. There's only 500 of these in stock. I really, really want one of these. Oh, do we have to wait 3 days? Well, I'm sorry. I'll let everyone know if I won the bid for 8,000 doubloons. That's pretty expensive, by the way. Now, the insignias, I actually will, because there's 1,000 of these in stock, and it is worth it. I will put in a bid of probably 16 mil, and we'll see if we can't get 5 of those. I can earn 16 million in a couple days. That's not even an issue. Can I go faster on the bid? No. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. No one's going to bid, I guarantee you. No one has the patience to bid more than 15.5. Look at this. Okay, World of Warships, you could have done this better. I know, I'm not going to knock World of Warships team too hard. They actually did post a note. And I did see the note on Twitter. It said, please bear with us. We're still working on the auction. We've never done it before. So I can already see I'm going to submit feedback. They really need to make an R button thing that does a chunk of 100,000. This is kind of hard. So let's go ahead and place a bid on that. All right. I will let everyone know. It says in 3 days. Yes, okay. So I will not know in 3 days. Hopefully, everyone in chat, please cross your fingers for me. I really, really want King Albert III, because this is a really cool ship. And we'll get to play it on stream, even better. And you know what is really nice about this? I will say this again. It's an all or nothing. If I fail to get the ship, at least I get my coin back. So that's not bad. I can live with that. Oh? Okay, so we're going into the store real quick. I just want to see what's available. Would you look at this? What does this bundle include? The Minska and more goodies. Personal mission. It's called Super Metal. This contains 3 tasks. I think I have the Minska. Oh no, I probably already have the Minska. I think I have this. I've been playing for so many years. I pretty much have every ship. That is a Russian ship, I think. Tier 3? Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's a Tier 3. Let me go to Tier 3. The Iwaki, the Yubari, Hosho, Dane, Orion, the G101. I've never had a chance to pilot that. Karlsund, Nassau. You can see I really have a thing for weird ships from the war. It's not there. I know it's a very low tier ship. Before I purchase that, I want to see if it's... sadly, I do have it. I thought so. It's a tier 2. It's a tier 2 cruiser. Well, it's a battleship at tier 2. Here, we can look at the history of the ship real quick. The best squadron battleship of the Imperial Japanese Navy during the Russo-Japanese... That's why I thought it was Russian, because the Russians were basing their designs on it. It was actually a Japanese ship. The ship was well balanced, with a very good armament, armor, speed for her time. However, Mixna was, in many respects, largely inferior to successive dreadnought battleships. Entered service in 1901, only one ship in the series. This ship actually had a long and illustrious career. It survived the Russo-Japanese War and was largely responsible for defeating the fleet in the Northern Sea. When they clashed, the Japanese actually routed them completely, and it was due to their ship designs. They had very, very fast-firing small ships capable of outmaneuvering the bigger, heavier Russian ships. Okay, but we do have the ship. Maybe I'll buy it just to have the event going. How much was it again? It's only 2 mil. I could get that back just playing the ship, actually. So we'll go ahead and get it. I already own the ship, but I'll take the personal mission, because we probably have to actually use the Minska for it. Any other neat things? Yep, there's the combo. As you can see, you have to be a very big fan of Azure Lane to buy all of the ships. Is well over $200 in real life money. I won't be doing that because I own most of the ships and bought them when they were on sale an age ago. Oh, we will collect our daily reward. They're giving us 2 chests, by the way, every day. I have 90 of them. Oh, geez, that'll take us a while to get through. Ooh, for 3 million, they're giving us the EU Destroyer Crate ×5. That's in-game currency, by the way. It's very easy. If you have even one premium ship, the silver currency is very easy to get. It's no problem at all. Maybe we get an EU ship. They did release the Monopler. Ooh, and the Yukikaz from Azure Lane. Those are the new ships. The only thing that I don't own, and I might buy, is the Italian Commander. I didn't get her last time. Arrogant, but capable and ready to prove that Lirito of the Sardagan Empire is the perfect commander for your Italian battleships. She's all about survivability. I love this character's outfit. And for those of you who don't know, outside of my character, IRL, I'm Italian blood. So I have a thing for Italian flag. I'm very proud of my heritage. I might have to get this. Having a green-haired anime character piloting my ships would probably be pretty fun, wouldn't it? Oh, and the skin is here. Ooh, guess what? The skin's for the Roma. Oh, that is a beautiful Roma skin. Ooh, I do like that. Oh, and for any of you who are curious, let me go to my service record. I'll show you something. Guess what my most played ship is? The Roma. which, since we're on Italian ships, the Roma has a very interesting history. Here is the Roma. This is a very, very nice ship, and it was actually, believe it or not, extremely ahead of its time. This was considered a very futuristic ship at the time. When it launched, it was way superior to just about everything that was on the sea. The problem, it was trapped in the Mediterranean and couldn't get out. A Vittorio Vento class battleship. She carried plenty of powerful main battery guns for a ship of her size. She was protected by reliable side armor and had good torpedo protection. However, the ship did not have good AA capabilities to efficiently counter airstrikes. She entered service in 1942 and had 4 sister ships. I can tell you from the history, only one of the sister ships was even remotely finished. The other 2 sat in dry dock and were sunk. They didn't even get the hull completely finished. I'm actually shocked that they counted as 4 ships in the series, because only her sister ship ever managed to leave dock. And then it was promptly shot to ribbons, and then sunk by the Italians themselves. Sorry, had to mute. I caught a sneeze. I actually caught it in time. Okay. But yes, the Roma. And a lot of people have asked me, why do the Italian battleships have candy stripe on their deck? And you're going to laugh. So Italian aviation was nowhere near as good as their seafaring ships. And the Air Force in Italy was a bit undertrained, and they had a bad habit of dropping their bombs on Italian ships. So in order to avoid the pilots mistaking the Italian ships for an enemy, they started candy striping the decks. It's kind of a warning. Please don't bomb me, I'm a friend. Shockingly enough, this never caught on to the Allies until after the war, so the Allies didn't use it themselves. But that's okay, because the Italian Air Force didn't have much luck sinking any ships of ours. Real quick, let's look at... We did just get a brand new assignment. It says that we can earn the assignment. I already have the Minska, but we can earn it in Standard Duels and Arena. Uh-oh. Maybe I'll go into Arena and show everybody what that looks like. But you've got to play Tier 4 ships. That's sad. I can't get the metal in standard AI battles, which is what I prefer to play. Alright, we might do some standards today. The Forest. Ooh. Lots of battles to win today. So we've participated in the auction. We've seen their offers, their specials. Did they add anything new for the commanders? They were supposed to add some pan... They did. We have pan-European now. Up till now, we've only had Jerry Swirsky, a Polish commander. Interesting history, that one. I think I own them. Where's their bio? I like to read the bios. This commander is very interesting. I want to give them some limelight. Jerry Swirsky, 1882 to 1959, was the Vice Admiral of the Polish Navy in 1941, who started his service in the Russian Imperial Navy. During his time as navigation officer in the Black Sea Fleet during World War I, he earned several military awards. In 1919, shortly after Poland gained independence, he joined the newly formed Polish Navy, becoming the Chief of Marine Operations in 1925. He was actively involved in building and developing the fleet during the interwar period. The interwar period, by the way, is basically World War I had ended, but immediately, less than a year after the war ended, tensions were already building in Europe for another world war. And the interwar period is basically the about 4 to 5 year period between World War I ending and World War II starting. After Poland was defeated in 1939, he moved to Great Britain, where he took charge of the Polish fleet that had still kept fighting, playing a huge role in preserving its integrity. After gaining the support of the Admiralty, Admiral Swirsky began to reinforce the Polish Navy with new ships and prepare naval personnel for them. As a result, ships under the Polish flag with Polish crews kept taking part in military operations right up until the end of the war, earning themselves unfading glory. And here's a really interesting thing. So Poland is very interesting in World War II. If you're an American, you probably were taught 10 minutes of Polish history in World War II. What you were taught was Poland gave up. They were attacked by Germany, they gave up, they surrendered, and they were conquered within a day. They were done. They were one of the very first countries hit by Germany and bulldozed right on over. Sort of kind of true. This is where when you the curriculum in school, I feel kind of favors us in World War II. All they want to teach you is the events that took place around America and not the events that were actually unfolding. Poland did not surrender, actually, officially. The government did. The government folded. That was the civilian government. The military and the Navy refused to surrender. They actually hid all of their equipment and created a rogue force, and they fought Germany right up until the end of the war. There's amazing stories. If you want to know more about that, please Google this about Poland. You'll find out all kinds of amazing tank stories about how the Polish commanders were stealing the German tanks and using them against them. They were performing guerrilla tactics. And as you can see, Jerry Swirsky got away with most of the Polish fleet, fled to Britain, reformed his fleet, and participated in quite a few battle operations against Germany. And they were there when Poland was freed. So it's one of those things, history kind of omits this, that the Polish military actually never officially surrendered to Germany. Most of the military commanders fled and kept their military intact. That goes for the other two countries that were conquered as well. A lot of guerrilla warfare was happening during that time period. I will admit, I don't know much about Helfrich. What is his history? Maybe it'll stir my memory if I actually look at it. He served he was alive 1886, 1962. Ooh, long-lived gentleman. Was Lieutenant Admiral of the Royal Netherlands Navy in 1945. Ooh, right at the beginning of the war. All right. Helfrich enrolled in the Royal Naval College at the age of 17. After being promoted to officer, he completed a torpedo course between 1919 and 1922 while serving at the Navy headquarters. Helfrich worked on a plan for the naval development in the East Indies and later published several studies devoted to the fleet and the future Pacific conflict. Wow, he predicted that there was going to be a conflict in the Pacific. How right he was. From 1928, he was in command of the most modern destroyer, the Vanguard class, from 1931. Oh my gosh, really? He commanded the Vanguard. Okay, that's why they put him in the game. From 1931, he headed the naval forces in the East Indies. Sadly, the East Indies was lost. And from 1938 to 1939, he served as the director of the Naval War College. From 1939 through 1940, Admiral Helfrich developed a program aimed at reinforcing the Navy with heavy cruisers, a ship type he greatly admired. Well, rightfully so. Heavy cruisers was the future of ships, and indeed, they replaced all battleships, and we went to our own version of a heavy cruiser, which I can show, the Alaska, a ship type he greatly admired. In late 1939, he was appointed commander of the Dutch Navy in the East Indies, and he met the beginning of the war in the Pacific in this position. Despite the overwhelming superiority of the Japanese Navy, Helfrich conducted aggressive warfare. Thanks to his success, he soon earned the nickname Ship a Day, Helfrich, among his allies. It was Lieutenant Admiral Helfrich who received the honor of representing the Netherlands at the Japanese surrender ceremony in 1945. Okay, so I don't know this commander exactly. I just forgot his name. I do know the battles he took place in. So the Dutch Indies got very, very hit hard by the Japanese. The Japanese basically threw everything they had into overwhelming and crushing the East Indies, which was controlled by Britain and the Netherlands at the time. It was a joint effort, actually, I think, between India, Britain, and the Netherlands. This guy is the one that actually was doing damage to the Japanese and who they most concentrated on because he was highly aggressive and he kept counter-pushing, which bought them a lot of time. Sadly, the Dutch East Indies fleet got mostly wiped out. Only a couple ships survived those engagements. I mean, they were completely overwhelmed. And the Japanese had built a massive navy by that point in time. Well, this is interesting. We have a chance to earn Pan-European commanders now. Since I've been doing nothing but talking, let's take a casual outing in one of our ships. Kind of to just get my hands used to it. I haven't played in a few weeks. I feel like playing a torpedo boat, so I'm going to. We'll play the Benham. This is a really fun ship. It did exist. It's not a fake ship. The lead ship of the series of destroyers, whose main armament comprised of 4 quadruple torpedo tubes placed along both sides of the ship, in addition to the dual-purpose 127mm guns. Entered service in 1939, 10 ships in the series. Those ships were awesome and way ahead of their time. The quadruple torpedoes were actually kind of unheard of at the time. This was abandoned, by the way, later when it became very apparent that torpedoes was no longer the way to go. Everybody started giving up on building battleships, and torpedoes were mostly used to down a much, much bigger ship. So they ended up scrapping this design not too terribly long after it came out. They got rid of all but one of the torpedo launchers and replaced them with AA guns. Aircraft became the superiority in World War II, so countering them became the biggest priority. And you can see the evolution in this game because as you get into Tier 7, the torpedoes, while devastating, there's less of them on the ships. But this ship is full of torpedoes. And I've actually rigged it with a commander who dedicates themselves to torpedo warfare. I've extended the range and power of the torpedoes and the launch time, so it leads to a little bit of chaos in the beginning of a match if I'm lucky. Hopefully we'll get a good AI battle where I can demonstrate how many torpedoes this thing can actually launch. Chaos. Oh gosh, Viv just threw chaos. Yay, chaos. I've had some pretty good battles with this Viv on stream before. One time also sinking a superior enemy by ramming it due to chat asking me to do so. Which was great because I was out of torpedoes. You don't really run out of torpedoes like in real life. They ran out of torpedoes. In this game, you can have your torpedo launcher blown up though. And yeah. When all of your torpedoes are gone, you are a torpedo after all. Alright. My main opponent is the... I'm not too worried about the man. I'm really worried about the Fubuki, because he'll outspot me. Who is flanking me? I have a friendly destroyer, the Gupad. Oh, he's a bit ahead of me, though. I can't help him. But he is moving forward, good. Is he a bot? Oh no, never mind, he's a bot. I can't rely on him at all. Speed boost. because I'm turning around. I had no idea that there was a bot. He's probably going to run straight forward and get destroyed. I'm going to put screening torpedoes ahead and get out of his way.
Enemy force detected.
Do a bit of a power slide. I'm going to see. As you can see, our bot is not smart enough to do that himself. The Argyle. Ooh, that is a very good Italian ship. I do not want to get seen by it because its main purpose was destroying destroyers. Screening torpedoes away. Hopefully this will at least confuse them so that I can get into the cap before they see me. The whole purpose, by the way, of destroyers is to capture caps. Do not do what this AI is doing. He's driving straight headlong into combat. I was spotted. I'm going to activate my smoke screen and try to get away. I'm still going to try and angle myself to get over here. This should confuse them. And this is actually what smoke screens were used for in World War II. They were used for escaping. Uh-oh. That one smelled blood. They're after me. They are definitely targeting me. They cannot see me because in this game they represent the horizon by the detection range of your ship. They're definitely after me though. Screening torpedoes away. Hopefully I don't go out of the cap. I want to capture it. No, I went out. That was my fault. I wanted to capture this, but I got a little greedy and I launched 2 torpedoes. I should have only done 1. I am going to have to engage this cruiser. That's not good because I'm not equipped to deal with him without torpedoes. Testing its side armor. Nope. I need explosive shells and I need to run. We're going to break contact. Radio silence, as it were. I can outrun him though. Unless he activates a speed boost, I'll definitely have the speed advantage. I can't take the cap. I have a battleship. No, I have 2 cruisers. And the Pensacola is evil. So, it's actually kind of a weakly armored ship. I would have rather engaged him. But we don't have the opportunity now. I just need to run until my torpedoes are reloaded. The Pensacola has a sonar. So I'm also trying to outweight the sonar. And I think I got aircraft after me? No. I'm alright. I just need to keep these 2 busy. As you can see, it fires lots of torpedoes, but I'm not getting lucky with any of them. The AI actually is out-navigating me. Okay. They're persistently chasing me, so I am going to have to probably stop and engage. I was hoping not to. I got a Pensacola hit, though. That's good. Oh, edge of the map. This is as much as I can go. I got a flood. If I can get a fire started before he can repair it, that might be the end of the Algeria. Switching over to AP. Right at the water line's its weakest armor. Maybe I can get a Citadel. Nope. I missed it. Overjudged its angle. I knew those were incoming. I've got a fire on deck. I've got to repair. Let's see if we can repair long enough to take these 2 down. I think I just lost my side torpedo bay. I did damage him. I don't think I'm going to last long enough to get the last torpedo set off on the Pensacola. We're going to try, though. May have to ram him. Ram. Oh, I got him right at the end. Our victory is in sight. This game could be so crazy. Look, if I had just gotten one more fire, I would have taken both down. Oh my gosh. That was good. We're gonna win. So, I did my job. Oh wait, remember what I think I asked you to ram? Oh, Viv, did you? You know what? I think one time you did actually. I was playing the Kamikaze, and you asked me to ram with the Kamikaze because of the name. I think that's the event you were talking about. Oh, look at all the medals we won. So, even though I got sunk, that's why I love this game. You don't have to survive the fight to get good rewards. As a destroyer, if you're doing your job, your team won't yell at you. You're doing your job. As a DD, I distracted not one, not two, three. Three cruisers chased me for the entire match, and they paid the price for it. My team was right behind them, following, damaging them, and I kept them busy, and I managed to sink one of them. So I did that's what a DD does. You're a big distraction. You're a decoy. If you get to destroy something, great. But if you don't, as long as you're distracting and trying to capture the flag and spotting, you're doing your job. That was a fun battle. I don't care that I got blown up. It was hilarious. Should I play? Ooh. The Kid is very interesting warship. This is what the evolution of the Venom is. What I was talking about. This is when they started to build ships. And they said, torpedoes. How often are we actually using, successfully, torpedoes? The answer, not much. Not towards mid-war. Early, late World War I, torpedoes were absolutely critical. You had to have them, or you could not engage ships. It was a must. It was kind of like cannons of old. If your ship didn't have a cannon, you couldn't defend yourself. Well, by the end of World War I, if your ship did not have torpedoes, you could not defend yourself. However, by the beginning of World War II, that design was a flaw, and it was being very quickly demonstrated by aircraft. This ship fixed that. They got rid of all the torpedoes, except for a launcher in the direct center, which was ingenious. They uplifted one of the main turrets in the center, and they put the quadruple from the Venom launcher on it, and they replaced all other torpedoes with depth charges to handle submarines and dual-purpose artillery, which meant that this thing could shoot at ships, it could shoot into land and bombard, or it could take down a plethora of aircraft. And that was its main purpose. You can actually see how many AA guns this thing had. It had Bofors, it had machine guns, it had dual-purpose artillery. Yeah, there's the quad Bofors. There's the quadruplet machine gun nest, which was also used to keep boarders at bay. You could level this at a ship coming up alongside you if you had to. There's the forward Bofors. There is the, I think those, oh geez, I forgot the name of those two right there. I've got to go look it up. Let me go to the stats and artillery real quick. Oh no. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Ah, there it is. This is the 127mm Mark 30 Mod 0. Those were actually anti-tank. So, right here, let me see if I can zoom back in it, reset it. Let me demonstrate. Oh, there you go. So, do you guys see the little double cannons, the AA guns there? Those were actually anti-tank rifles, originally equipped on Jeeps. But they did find that they were good at AA, so they changed out the ammunition, angled them, and put them on ships. They worked out quite well. And there's the depth charges. We can't, sadly, there's no submarines in our game, so we can't use these yet. But one day, when submarines enter the game, the kid is going to be so scary for a submarine. Look how many depth charges they had. And they had an automatic shoot system, so they could load these things repeatedly over and over and spread them out over almost, I think it was 3 square miles that the kid could cover in anti-submarine warfare. You must really like boats. I do, Wusa. I have a thing for naval combat and naval history. I don't know why, I just really enjoy it. Also spaceships. Okay, anything with naval warfare, whether it be sea, land, air, space, whatever. I enjoy it. It's the machinery. I'm always impressed that humans can build such intuitive things. I mean, this is a very small ship, but can you imagine the undertaking it was to put these kind of metal behemoths into the ocean? Much less sail them. But welcome in, Wusaw. I hope you're having a wonderful day, friend. What have you been up to? You were enjoying some more PlanetSide too. How's that been going? Have you been having fun with that game? Oh, it's your day off? Well, congratulations, Wusa. I hope that you continue to just have a nice, relaxing day off. You know, Wusa, it's fine. It's always good to have a day, not to do anything. Sometimes we just need to be lazy and sit around and lounge. Since the old days? Oh, you're a beta player. You know that game's based on Tribes? Have you ever played Tribes? They actually based a lot of the game mechanics on Tribes. That's where they got the idea for PlanetSide. Actually, I think some of the development team from Tribes was on the development team for PlanetSide. Should we play the kid? Here I am rambling on about the ship and I haven't even shown it. Let's play the kid. The Kid's a really good ship anyway. It's famous. Look up the USS Kid. You'll find that that name has been used 5 or 6 times, I think, throughout history. There's a USS Kid right now, actually. One of our destroyers is currently called the USS Kid. And it does fly the pirate flag. When the USS Kid comes home to port to rest and relax and let the troops off, they fly the pirate flag, the Jolly Roger. It means that they had a successful campaign and they're coming home. And I pray that the Navy never takes away their ability to fly their home flag when they're coming home. I love those flags. They're awesome. I actually don't have the Jolly Roger. Isn't that a shame? Because I didn't buy the special kit for the kid. I unlocked it through a crate. I really need to get the Jolly Roger for this. Oh, I am flying the arena flag, I think. Is that the arena flag? Oh no, I think that might be the Remembrance flag. Let's see, I'm a beta PS2 player, but I've been playing since. I have played Tribes. I also played it when they tried to bring it back. Yeah, isn't it sad that the company couldn't get it back into the... It was such a cool game. It had a great history and lore. Did you ever play the mech game that was associated with it, Wusaw, set in the same universe, Star Siege? Hello, San. Oh, I should have been on an Italian ship when you played that. But I am in the USS Kid at the moment. This is a gunship, so I am going to go forward. We only have 1 torpedo launcher. So I'm not going to waste it on screening. I need to keep it for self-defense. But my job is to grab the cap, if possible. I'm just using the torpedoes to see what direction the ships are moving. There's a cruiser behind that hill. Yep. And Amalfi. And a New Mexico. Alright, we're going to try to do an about face and get out of here because there's another cruiser. I just want to see if I can get the destroyer downed before he can hide. There he is. That's who we were waiting on. He's not going to fall for those, I don't mind. I'm a much stronger gunship. I just wanted to confuse him and see if I can knock his engines out and keep him from getting to my allies. As you can see, I do 1,000. He's done. He's done. And the Amalfi actually got hit as a bonus. We're doing our job. We're just going to have to sneak out of here now because we're overwhelmed. This is way too many things coming at me. Keep firing. The kid doesn't hide real well. It's mostly shooty. Just shoot, shoot, shoot. Amalfi is taken care of. My allies are doing an astounding job protecting me. Unlike the last battle. Who is over here protecting me? I need to give them some credit. Oh, I'm being supported by Helena. Well, how historically accurate. The Helena would have been protecting a ship of this design. Or vice versa. Now that the cruiser, who is the anti-destroyer, they're the antithesis of the ship, now that he's put to rest, I'm free to be sneaky and get around here and start picking on everything. Because that's what the kid does. It just kind of harasses everyone, unless it's taking AA damage or shooting at AA. Explosions! Thank you for the explosions, Anne. Yes, we're going to have many explosions here in a moment. Oh no, the poor Helena's in trouble and I can't do much to save it. My torpedoes aren't ready. Helena, you are outgunned. Get out of there, friend. You're up against 2 battleships. I do give them credit. That's brave. If not, a bit suicidal. I am going to burn that Richelieu to the ground if it just keeps sitting there. Yep, we're getting deck shots. That's what we want, by the way. He's turning, so he's going to bleed all of his speed. So those torpedoes might actually hit. Burning him from stem to stern. That's the job of this ship. That Helena's still alive. Oh my gosh, that is the bravest Helena. I think that Helena player actually survived that engagement because they knew how to angle their armor. Oh my gosh. I thought they were being crazy, but they were angling. Not bad. I didn't get to do as much damage as normal. You know, I feel really bad. That Helena player should have placed higher. They distracted the entire enemy battleship fleet and sunk one of them. I thought they sunk it, but... Aw, I kind of feel bad for this person. So this person who's at the bottom, I'm going to personally give them credit because they distracted the entire enemy team while I harassed them. And the battleship at the back of our line was literally able to have free roam of that filled. Lurk. I'm going to enter lurk mode. I woke up early and I need to wake myself up. Viv, thank you very much for the lurk. Go get some coffee. Wake up. Have a good day, friend. I appreciate the company when you're here, but I completely understand if you've got to go. We're just having a casual day anyway. Nothing serious is going on. If anyone has a request for a ship or a ship type, please let me know. If you want to see the history of any ship, ask away. I like talking about ships. Naval warfare is just something I enjoy talking about casually. I'm even thinking about making a segment, kind of like the Mighty Jingles does a segment actually over on YouTube, or participates in. It's called Armchair Admirals, where that's all they do. A bunch of YouTubers come together and they discuss battles of old. I'd kind of like to do something like that, actually. Maybe get some guests on the screen and actually discuss some of the old battles and actually go over the history of it, maybe put maps on the screen and discuss it. It would probably be boring except for myself. I'd find it entertaining. What should we play? Ooh, I have some really fun and interesting ships. Again, if anyone has a request, just go ahead and make the request. If you don't know anything about the game, you can simply pick Destroyer, Cruiser, Battleship. Those are the primary ships. I do have a couple carriers, not many, and I will admit, I'm not very good at carrier warfare in this game. This is it. I don't have many carriers. They didn't come out not too long ago. I have the Langley, Ranger, Lexington, Hosho, and Rhine. I don't think this ship existed. It was planned, and I think they did lay the armor down for it. Let me go check. No, I was just going to say, the Germans didn't have time to finish. I don't think they finished any of theirs. They did have plans to. Yes, a light fleet carrier designed, developed during World War II that was set to go into serial production. Similar to many ships in design in Germany at the time, the Rhine was supposed to be equipped with a diesel propulsion plant. Why is that a big deal? Because they were still burning coal at this time, so a diesel propulsion plant would have been interesting. The year of design was 1942. As you can see, this would have been, had this ship existed, it would have been scary for the Allies. It was actually incredibly sleek, fast, hard to see on the horizon, and with a diesel propulsion system, it would have been able to outrun even the fastest cruisers of its time. However, she was not built, I guess thankfully for the Allies. And as you can see, as with all German ships of design, it was not defenseless. It had dual-purpose artillery lining the decks. It could have taken down a destroyer or a cruiser of similar weight class. And the planes to boot. I don't have many carriers, shows off a pile of carriers. That's not a pile. Well, Wusa, I'm in comparison to others who have unlocked all. There's something like 30, I think, aircraft carriers now. They've added every nation. They have French carriers, British carriers. I only own a, couple little guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 little carriers. That's it. I mean, in comparison to, say, you want to see a pile? I'll show you a pile. My favorite ship class. There we go. Can you tell what ship class I like? Battleships, as far as the eye can see. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, battleships of every shape, every nation, every design. You name it, I've got a battleship that can fight it. It's like a Gensu commercial. Can you tell I like battleships? Oh, okay. The carriers are a pile. I'm sorry, I just didn't understand your terminology. From now on, 5 or more is a pile. If you have 20 or more, it's a mountain. Very good, Wusa. I enjoy that. That's fun. The reason I have so many battleships, if any of you watching this get interested in this game, there's a lot of memes about battleship players, but really, in all honesty, if you play this game, you have to play a cruiser. They make you play it because it's a balance between the extremes in the game, destroyer and battleship. However, when you get to tier 3, I highly recommend staying as a battleship captain until you learn the game mechanics. Because as a battleship, you're not expected to participate in the more advanced tactics of capturing the flag and countering destroyers. Mostly what you're needed for is to sit somewhere safely and angled, use your big main cannons, and lob shells at the enemy. I mean, there's an expectation of accuracy and getting as many guns to bear as possible, but battleships are a more casual gameplay style. The way I would class them is, if you play an MMO, you probably have a warrior class, right? The standard class that you start as and then it evolves. That's basically what battleships are. They are the warrior class in this game, or the tank. They're the tank or the warrior class. Whereas the destroyers are the rogue. The rogue or the thief class, they're a highly advanced, specialized class. Very hard to play. They're on the opposite end of the spectrum. Destroyers are definitely the most difficult ship to play. Cruisers sit firmly in the middle. Some of them are fairly easy to play because they play like battleships. Some of them are very sneaky and difficult to play because they play more like a destroyer. And some of them are outright just big destroyers. Thank you for the hydrate scenarios. Much appreciated, friend. I actually am getting thirsty. I've just been talking nonstop for an hour. That's me, though, chatty. I do appreciate it. I'll get some of my tea. That got me. I was drinking a cool... That noise, I still haven't gotten used to it. Cool face, it's okay. We're just playing ship-to-ship warfare. I'm not in mechs yet. I mean, if you want to pilot a ship, friend, that's fine.
Do you really believe your own hype that much?
I am the hype!
Stallingo, I hope you're having a good day, friend. Good to see you. I hope you're having a good week so far. Any luck in Yu-Gi-Oh? San, thank you for the hype. What ship should we play next? I want to open up a couple boxes maybe too on stream. Oh, for everyone who came in, because we did this at the beginning of the stream, they're having the auction today. I want to fill everybody in real quick. So the auction started. So what they're doing is, it is a silent, so it's a Japanese auction or a silent auction. So they're holding a silent auction. It's an all or nothing. So you can bid as high as you want. If you lose, you get back your coin. We've placed bids on the Commander's Delight for insignias, and most importantly, and this is why I wanted to fill you all in, we've placed a rather tremendous bid on the King Albert. I want this very much so to show you all on stream, so sadly, I won't know if I won the bid for 3 days. So this weekend, I'll let everybody know in the Discord if I got it. And if I did get it, we will totally be playing the ship. Lurk, womp womp. Hello, Tuba. How are you doing, friend? Oh, well, not to call you out of your lurk, but I hope you're having a wonderful day. Enjoy your lurk. It's always good to see you. What have you been up to? I've been so busy lately. For those of you who don't know, Tuba, Guy Tristan, they have a lovely community, and they do play a variety of interesting video games. And I love their PNG, by the way. And they change their PNG depending on the situation at hand. Especially like when they're playing their pirate games and it has the little eye patch. I love that PNG that you have. Oh, you were playing Spelunky. You know, I need to pick that up and play it at some point. I own it. I actually bought it when it was on sale, and I never got around to playing it. It's literally been in my inventory on my game list since it launched. I've been down for the count with the... oh, no! I am so sorry. Oh, Tuba. But you're almost through it. I'm glad to hear that, friend. Yes, get plenty of rest and sleep and hydration. I'm sorry to hear that, but it's good to hear that you're almost through it. That is so bad. You know, I got a minor seasonal, like allergies, and I actually got scared that it was that. Thankfully, it was not. I took the test. It wasn't. It was just, I was having seasonal effects. Now, that's a lesson. It's still out there. Be careful, everyone. It's still there. It's still a good idea to wear a mask and wash your hands when you go into public because it's still there. But thank you for the lurk, friend. You continue to have a good day and get better. Let's see. I think we're about at 1 hour. We are. I want everybody who has been here for an hour. Some of you I know just came in. That's fine. It's still a good time to take a stretch. Get some hydration. It's just a nice friendly reminder. Perhaps you've been lurking in other people's rooms this morning. If you've been sitting for an hour, it's not healthy on the body to go more than about an hour and a half because it stymies your blood flow. So I highly recommend you get up, stretch, maybe walk around for a few minutes. Look out your window. Go and see what's going on outside. Get something to drink and some nummies, and we'll be right back. I might open some boxes and play a couple more of my more interesting ships. Oh, since the Azura Lane event's going on, perhaps we'll play some Azura Lane ships. Glad it wasn't COVID for you. It sneaks up on you, though. If I hadn't tested as a precaution, I would have just thought it was allergies or something at first. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're getting over it, friend. It sounds like it wasn't that bad on you, so I'm very happy that you are recovering. But yeah, you got to treat as a precaution. Yeah, I'm glad that you got tested and got it taken care of quickly. I was going to make a joke earlier about ships being anime girls, but I guess they just did it. Oh, Woosaw, too late. My friend, before I go on break, yeah, they beat you to the punch, friend. Admiral Hipper from Azure Lane. Gaffspy from Azure Lane. Oh, they have their own anime that they made. Blue Fiora from their own Halloween anime that they made, their own Halloween comic book. Scharnhorst from Azure Lanes. Megatron from Transformers. Yep, they already beat you. They already have comic book and manga characters in the game. Okay, I'm going to do a self-care as I recommended everybody else should do. Did I actually put it up? I didn't. That's shame on me. Or if I did, it got lost. Here you go. Let me put it up. This is for anyone who might be lurking and who's muted. I just like to do a little alert for them that we're taking a break. I'm going to run the commercials, get rid of those, and I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. I hope everybody took a nice little stretch and got some hydration. I know I did. I even refilled my coffee, and I'm ready to go back to sea. We'll see what we're going to get into. See what I did there? The little pun. This is a lovely game. I know it's not for everyone, but if you want to play this game, it is free to download, and it is cross-platform now, thankfully. It wasn't, well, you could fight against other players, but you couldn't division with them or party up with them. You can now. So this game is on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. So if you want to play with your friends, you can. You can actually division cross-platform, and it's pretty good. I love going into divisions. They're a bit overpowered. If you get 3 people on mic at the same time, you can basically take out the enemy because, well, you can bring a battleship, a destroyer, and a carrier and wreak havoc. Thank you, San, for the emote cheers. Hi, back. I'm Dad. Oh, tube. Very good. Let's see. What ship should we use? I want to use something funny against the AI. Let's use the Nassau. That's fun. I know I play this a good bit whenever we do play the game, but we haven't been in the game for a while, so, you know, it's forgivable. I want to play it. This is a good ship. So what is funny about this ship? Well, the skin on it's from the Halloween event. I believe the ship was actually built. It was a prototype ship for the Germans during World War I, and it has nothing but guns. Little tiny caliber guns all over it. You can see those. It does have main battery, but the real power of this thing is all those little AI controlled guns. It's like kind of driving a machine gun around. And basically what you want to do at the Nassau is just get as close as you can to the enemy and see how long can you last with the AI cannons tearing up everything. So hopefully I don't go down to torpedoes right away. It can heal itself, thankfully. And as you might suspect, I'm going to go straight in. You should not do this in standard, by the way. I'll give that warning. Yeah, you'll probably get the little hate messages in your inbox if you just drive a battleship straight down the middle. But it's AI battle, so most of the people in here are AIs themselves. Like, that's an AI controlled. The little dots, by the way, signify AI. Nope, that's a real player playing the Langley. They're probably just skilling up their aircraft line. And is this an AI? No. The little Katori heading away from me is not. I really could have used their support, but at least I have an AI who's also not doing the right thing and trying to charge in. Okay, I'm almost in range. However, ooh. Even though the AI is being weird, that smoke screen could be useful because you could fire your secondaries and not be detected when you're in a smoke screen. So if I can reach that, I can just sit in there and hit everything that he can see. Please, please let me get in there without getting torpedoed. Slow down, drop anchor. I just don't want to shoot, because if I shoot, it's going to mess up my detection. I only have it for 5 seconds, and then I'll start shooting. Can I avoid that torpedo, please? Thank you. Oh, I didn't get to use the smoke screen long enough to make it effective. That's alright. We'll have to use the main cannons. It's not nearly as fun as the secondaries. This is why you want, by the way, this is exactly why you want to be with someone else so you can get a player to smoke screen your battleship. It's hilarious. That poor guy just wasted all his torpedoes and is probably going to die to my secondary, so I'm not too worried. He is point blank with a ship designed to do this. Yep, that didn't last long. This ship is designed to eat through destroyers. Amazingly, I have barely taken any damage. No, I haven't taken a lick of damage. We're fine. Maybe I can get a good shot on the main cannons on this, by the way, horrible. They're not accurate. They're like It's like firing a gun that has never been sighted. If I hit him, it'll be luck. If he keeps moving, he might stop. He knows he's targeted. Yeah, he stopped. I'm not going to hit him. Look at the spread on that, though. It's like a shotgun. In my haste to get to the aircraft carrier, I almost grounded. I may still ground. Ooh, you're moving quick. Might hit him. I don't know. Depends. See if the shotgun works. Oh! AI, you anticipated that. I am actually impressed. He turned and avoided it. He was traveling so fast, he was able to actually dodge all that. Then again, this thing's just not... It just isn't accurate at long range. It really is intended to do what I'm doing, which is just drive straight up the middle. I'd like it if I could get him. That would be a crit. See if the shotgun hits him. I'm even shocked I landed one shell at that range. I think he's going in reverse. The aircraft carrier's doomed on their team, so really this is the only target. See if I timed that right. Almost. I almost got the engine room. Almost. I hit the deck. And the other two shells, I think, skipped. He might even have launched torpedoes at me. The Italian torpedoes are sneaky. Yep, there it is. Oh, he's hiding. Don't hide. I want to have fun. Torpedoes passing by harmlessly. The aircraft carrier, as predicted, about gone. I might get one more shotgun shot at the casino here. I'm trying to figure out what angle he's sitting at. Oh, he's really angled against me. I probably won't get him. Come on, turn. Get a citadel. Oh, so close. That was so close. It hit right at the back deck. I really thought I was going to get him. That's okay. We have a friend down there. The Katori is the little tier 2 training ship, by the way. That is a Japanese training ship. That is not an actual war vessel. The Katori is a training vessel. It was a prototype training vessel. And the Katori got it. You ever order home fries with your breakfast and it's just french fries, peppers, and onions? Yes, actually, Wusaw, I went to a restaurant one time and was really disappointed. I ordered home fries. I'm not going to mention the name of the restaurant. I went to a restaurant. I ordered home fries and I was so excited, you know, because I'm expecting shredded potatoes or even waffle potatoes. No, it was just french fries. I was like, wow, nice. I'm having french fries for breakfast. This is okay. This game, also, hello, Tensero and everyone. Hello, Saito. Yes, this game. I think your very first time in my channel, you begged me to ram something. I was talking about this earlier. I was playing a torpedo ship, and you were like, no, don't be stealthy. Ram him. Ram him. Because both of my launchers were out of commission. And I was like, yeah, that's true. I am a torpedo since I have no torpedoes left. And I rammed somebody and got them. But how are you doing, Saito? I hope you are having a wonderful day. You're probably at work, I imagine. What have you been up to? Oh, and for those of you who don't know Saito Sinkin, I highly recommend that you go and follow them. They run they're a part of the archives, excuse me. They are a part of the archives, collecting information on everything and anything in this universe, the next universe, the timeline, the time stream, and other dimensions. So if you want to know more about that, I highly recommend you give them a look. They're also a wonderful artist, amazing artist. They made their own PNG. It is amazing. So please go and check them out. Yep, Stalling's in here hanging out. Probably wishing that I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I might actually dial into Yu-Gi-Oh! In a little bit, but we'll see. Right now I'm having fun blowing up stuff on the high seas. I remember this, and yes, ooh. Ooh woo ship blow up. Oh, Saito, friend, I was in your channel. You did see me. I had to lurk a little bit because I had some things to take care of before I got to bed. But I did hear your hilarious ooh voice that you had to run for like 5 minutes because they kept redeeming it. And that was great. In case you're wondering what that is for everybody here, that's Saito talking like this in a little baby voice and going ooh woo all the time. It's very adorable. Oh, I will warn, for the most part, Saito does stream very casual content, fits our channel really well, but they do a good job. They warn when they have an 18 plus stream. So if you don't like 18 plus content, mature content, or adult themes, make sure that you check Saito's stream board. They almost always have it on the stream, and it'll say 18 plus. They do a very good job warning the viewer of the content that you're walking into. I do an amazing ooh-woo voice. Well, right now I'm kind of suffering from seasonal allergies, or I would continue to do it. Other words, I would end up probably with my voice going... It's finally subsiding. For the last week, the pollen, because of the rain, it's been rainy, damp, windy, and then having extremely hot, dry nights. So the pollen is outrageous. And I'm having a bit of a seasonal allergy. As a matter of fact, if you hear my voice and it's a bit scratchy, that's why. There is literally pollen caking everything outside. I can't get rid of it. I've been sweeping the porch nonstop for, it feels like every morning I've got to spend 20 minutes sweeping the porch. What, that caught you off guard, the ooh-woo voice? Yeah, I can actually do a pretty good ooh-woo voice when my vocals will allow for it. Yeah, no, don't do that. Please be mindful of your allergies. The struggle to do voices is real. Yeah, well, I'm okay, Saito. It's just that my voice, this time of year, it always happens when we're fluctuating between extremely dry, hot nights and then really, really damp or wet mornings. My voice goes goofy. I'm highly affected by seasonal changes. It's part of the reason why I know everybody's excited it's summer, but for me personally, IRL, outside of my character, because as an elf, I'm highly affected by the seasons, actually, but the seasonal changes do actually affect me badly. But in winter, when the weather is just dry and cold, I'm completely fine. I am completely fine in dry, cold weather. There's no pollen. The weather stays one temperature here in the mountains pretty much. Like, our winters are strictly like 34 degrees and that's it. It's 34 degrees during the day. It's 34 degrees at night. Sometimes it gets a little colder, but I really prefer dry, cold air. Here is so cold that I can barely get off bed. Stalling, I'd trade you weather. You must be in a region where Yist is. Because Yist was in, I think it was Yist? No, it was Mystical Machine Gun was in here the other day. And they told me how cold it was. And I was so like, I am envious of you right now, friend. I would really, really appreciate having that. You know, I'm sitting here gabbing away. Let me load something. I'll load one of my favorite Italian ships that kind of plays like the Nassau, but it's a bit more versatile with a traveling smokescreen. So let's load that up. While I'm sitting here talking, I can get a battle going. That's me, IRL. I can manage wintertime, but summertime just stinks. Yes, it does. I do openly apologize for those of you who love summer. Summer does have some really good things. Look, we're in Pride Month. And by the way, again, I said this yesterday, but welcome to Pride Month, because we are only in the second day of it. But everybody, have a wonderful Pride Month. Regardless of who you are, be proud of yourself and your accomplishments. It is winter in the South Hemisphere. Indeed. Yeah, I trade you all weather right now. The greatest, should I call it the greatest thing? It is the most interesting thing of this planet. You could be in summer on one part of the hemisphere and winter in the next. AI battle, so I'm going to do something you shouldn't. I'm going into A. Don't do this if you're in standard. If you are versing real-life players and you're in a battleship, there's only a handful of them at this tier that should be moving forward. Most of the time, you want to go around that hill and kind of park over there and use shots in, or you want to go here and support your allies. Let the destroyers spot. That said, this Italian ship has something very sneaky, and I like to use it from time to time, which is the traveling smokescreen. I'm not going to activate it until the absolute last second. You'll see that I'll get spotted very shortly. That's fine. I actually want to see if we can't snag the destroyer, the enemy destroyer on this side of the field. There we are, we're spotted. Yeah, it's not the Fuso. He's 15 clicks. That was the destroyer saw me. Or a cruiser, a very sneaky... it's a sneaky cruiser. Japanese Aboa. My target. That's going to be the enemy. There is no destroyer over here, I guess. Interesting. Maybe my allies will get to use the smokescreen. I'm not going to make much use of it now that I see it's a cruiser. I'll disappear for a little bit at least. That'll give me time to reload and get closer to combat stats. I want to get as close as I can without shooting. Last second. There we go. Perfect. This is what I wanted. Now I can use my secondaries while in the smoke for a second. And beat them up a little. And I ought to be close enough for these semi-armor piercing to do some work on him. Oh no, no, you took my... I should have been paying attention that my... the cruiser AI just rammed into him for no reason. He just threw away his full hit point ship. Oh, well. At least the dead body's blocking the Le Gagnier's torpedoes. Well, that was boring. I thought I was going to get an epic... I'm disappointed. I was a little robbed there. Thanks, AI, for robbing me of my, my valiant shot there. I was going to use some... That's okay. Perhaps we can have some fun with the Fuso. I think I'm okay angled, but I'm not going to do too much with semi-armor piercing against the battleship. But I think they are going to go alongside me. You know, I don't think I've ever had a chance to do a full close combat. And by the way, 2 clicks is close combat for battleships. Broadside. I want to know what it does. Not horrible. 18,000 damage is actually pretty chunky for semi-armor piercing. I'm just going to sit here and let the secondaries... I'm going to take a hit. I'm not very angled at this point. If I can move up a little bit, I will be angled, though. Oops. I can heal. Italian ships are actually pretty good at healing and tanking. I just need to keep a little bit of an angle between me and him. And also, this is an absurd close range. This would not happen in World War II. I knocked his turret out. I must have hit the ammo rack. Yeah, in World War II, the ships would never get this close. This would have been considered absolute worst thing to happen to you if you're a battleship, getting that close to your opponent. That's like the 1800s close. It's way too close for comfort. My secondaries are going to get him. Yep, the secondaries got him. Well, we did well. The only thing that we have left is a battleship, and they will get it before I get there. So we're just going to go on autopilot and kind of cruise around the map and look at the pretty sights. Sorry about that. I thought that this would be a little bit more interesting fight. Oh, it's enough Carlito, like me. Oh, what is he doing? Can I get a free shot on him as he's reversing? Maybe. I'll take it. It might get over the ridge. Rosert JMT, welcome to our community. I hope you enjoy your stay and are having a lovely day, friend. Yeah, happy Pride Month. Yes, same to you. But here's one of the few places in my country that is actually cold this time of year. Oh, so you border it. Well, don't dox yourself, friend. I do know where you're at overseas a little bit, so I do know you're in cold weather. Lucky you. I would love to be in some cold weather right now. You'll know that the cold weather's returning here because you'll hear my voice improve, and I will be a lot better off. Now, I will say this. And you probably, some of you have been here during winter, you will remember I did lose my voice temporarily in winter because I had to unload the truck in freezing rain. Wet, cold air is not good for your vocals no matter who you are. Hopefully that won't happen too often. I got a free shot at him. Again, the semi-armor piercing didn't do much. Returning fire to me. I need to angle more. There was a ship behind me that could use this, right? Oh no, the cruiser backed off for some reason. I wouldn't have deployed it probably otherwise. Oh well. I didn't think we'd get over here, but I didn't realize that the cruiser was almost gone. He's having trouble penning it. Ah, the pronouns. So Rosert redeemed the pronouns. If you're comfortable with this, please put in your preferred pronouns. I will state mine both verbally and in text. I prefer she, they. She, they, them. Those all work for me just fine. I'm very gender fluid though, and I don't mind and take or offense to people mislabeling my pronouns. I will warn you, that's not the case with most people who are in the trans community, but I myself, I'm kind of a weirdie, and I don't really take offense to it. I've always been gender fluid most of my life. If you met me in real life, you would call me androgynistic. I'm hard to peg. My look is neither male, it's neither masculine nor feminine. So I do prefer they and them. She is also appropriate. Rosert, you are a he, him. Well, welcome in, sir. He and they is fine for Woosaw. Very good. Again, if you're not comfortable putting that up, don't feel the pressure. The redeem is simply for that. I normally refund the points to the person who redeems it anyway. It's just there for convenience. And sometimes people use it because they're curious about myself. I do have it up in my profile, though, that I do prefer she, they. What is next? What would everybody like to see next? We've played some interesting ships today. Do I have anything else that's just weird? I like to play weird ships. Oh, you know, I did say I would use an Azure Lane ship. Here we go. I could use the Queen Elizabeth, crewed by the actual Azure Lane Queen Elizabeth. Why not? You'll get to hear the weird anime voices. I can't understand half of what they're saying because it's in Japanese, but let's go. Oops. Rosert, can I back out? I would get that. I'm sorry, friend. I saw that 2 seconds too late. I will get to the curry first. Forgive me. I like to call it the curry first. But yes, I will play the Kurfürst in a few moments. We'll cue that next. I have a couple of the decent German ships. I unlocked a couple of the legendary ones. So for anyone who's new to World of Warship Legends, the tiers do not necessarily mean better ships. It means difficulty in this game. The higher you go up to Legendary, the more difficult, the more intense the battle is. So as you're playing, keep that in mind. If you unlock a free Legendary ship, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go in and crush everyone. You will be up against some of the best ships in the game, and the hardest defeat, the hardest battle. Down here at Tier 5, though, pretty casual. There you go, you'll get to hear a lot of ooh-woo voice. I just told them good luck. Where's my horn? I do like blowing the horn at the beginning. AI battle, so I'm not going to save my plane. I'm going to use it now to scout. I probably should have fire shells equipped. That's where the Queen Elizabeth's true power is. Ranged fire shells. One enemy. I'm not going to shoot at the New Mexico just yet. I'm waiting to see where this destroyer is. I am going to adjust speed because I have a feeling it's not the destroyer over there. It's something over here spotted me. Aha! The Gade. He's probably been targeting me for a bit. I'm just outside torpedo range. I'm switching to fire shells and turning about face because now we know that there is a destroyer. 2. I'm not too worried about that pan-European one though. I'm already facing him and angled in. I don't want to give too much broadside to the New Mexico. If I don't have to, I think our T-22 is just going to suicide. No, he didn't. He got by him. Barely skirted him. He might eat those torpedoes. Should I waste the shells on this? I really want to save it for the New Mexico. Those torpedoes, I'm actually going to pilot into them. Oh, please tell me the New Mexico's not loaded. I knew he fired those torpedoes. He's moving rather quick. What a time. I had, too bad I didn't have AP. That's okay. We still knocked out his torpedo launcher and we caught him on fire. I'm angled against the New Mexico. Let me check. Yeah. I could go back in reverse now for a bit. Because the Monochulis probably launched torpedoes way ahead of me. Explosions! Yes. Hopefully, we will get an explosion up here somewhere. Oh, I forgot to adjust the shells. I needed AP against him. Still hit him. Still knocked his cannons out. I took minimal damage. Hopefully, the torpedoes being knocked out means he didn't launch anything. I didn't get a chance to see which side. Oh yeah, he's full of holes. I think his torpedo launchers aren't just damaged. I think they're broke. He's limping on behind the ridge here. I don't think I'll be able to clear that. Unless he goes in reverse. Just on the off chance he does go in reverse or anchors. Someone beat me to it. Alright, let's engage the New Mexico then. Stalling. He, him. I may be cis, but call me walking bones in a meat suit or whatever. I won't care. Thank you, Stalling. USS Massachusetts. Easily the best tier 7 battleship in the game. Thank you for the lurk, Stalling. Enjoy your food. So I take it, Rosert, that you do like the USS Massachusetts, which means you probably like battleships, and that you do have a thing probably for the secondaries of the USS Massachusetts, which is what it's most known for. It does have fairly accurate cannons and a decent hit point pool. However, calling it the absolute best ship at tier 7, I appreciate your compliment or your comment on the ship. I really do. And I can see why you would say that. But I would argue against that. There are a couple ships that outclass the USS Massachusetts by leaps and bounds. It's a decent premium ship. It's good for farming credits. It's a fun ship to play, especially if you deck her out for secondary engagement. But it's pretty outclassed by the USS Iowa. I'm no good at piloting the tier 7 battleships. I will admit, I normally just go in and get blown up. But I could think of 2 ships that kind of outclass her. The USS Iowa and the French tier 7 battleship. And for some reason, I've just lost its name. I want to join, but I don't have a mic. Well, we can still sell together, friend, if you want. Hold on. That bothers me. The Richelieu. I was going to say the premium version of the Richelieu, but you don't need it. This ship. Now, I know, Rosert, obviously, you're a USA, you like the United States Navy, nothing wrong with that, and you like the Massachusetts, and we are going to compare the two. Why would I say that the Richelieu or the Iowa is slightly better? It's a good conversation, and I seriously, Rosert, I mean, no offense to your favorite ship, I'm just going to compare why I personally, this is my opinion, why the Massachusetts is not quite as good as some of these others. The Richelieu. This ship, all the guns are pretty much in the front. It can out-angle just about every ship in the game except for the Yamato, and is basically impervious to damage early on in the match, while at the same time, it can return fire with fairly accurate high-caliber rounds. The only way to safely get this ship most of the time, especially if you're, sadly, a tier 6 battleship, is to burn it to the ground. And it's very hard to burn, because it has a very good hill. And as you can see, it's fast. So if it wants to, it can move clear across the map very quickly. Now, I do want to put this in comparison to their ship. And I will talk about the pluses, because I love the Massachusetts Rosert. I earned that ship as soon as it came out and was announced. I was like, I have to have it, because it is so fun. Now, let me put this in comparison for you all. This is the USS Massachusetts. It is a bit outclassed when it duels against the Richelieu. First off, the cannons. So it does have 406, but it is just shy of being able to pen the Richelieu from the front. So most of your shells are going to bounce. And the only really good thing that you're going to be able to do to the Richelieu's secondaries are in its rear. So if you can out-angle the Richelieu, which you can kind of do, it's tricky, and you can backpedal, your secondaries will burn it to the ground. But it does take a while. Both of them have good hills. I think, give or take, close to the same. But the armor of the Massachusetts is kind of thin at this tier, and you will get penned by the Richelieu repeatedly, over and over and over. Up there you are. I see you there, Rosert JMT. Accept friend request, sure. I do like the Massachusetts, though. Here's why. If you want to get this ship, I do recommend it. It has 10 doubles, 127mm cannons with a firing range. I'm actually not fully skilled up, and it's still got 10km secondary range. So you could be pelting a enemy destroyer or cruiser from 10 kilometers out. It's insane. Now, the ship that I personally feel outclasses this ship, and again, you're free to argue against this, and I understand your arguments. They're actually pretty valid. This is a strong ship at tier 7. It is by no means a weak ship. I just feel, oops, I don't own it yet. Not on this file. I do not have it yet on this file. So we need to actually go to the ship tech list. Here we go. I personally feel that the USS Iowa outclasses it. Why? Those super, super accurate cannons. And the Iowa, for as big a ship as it is, and those big of guns, highly maneuverable. Now, I will admit, her Citadel is really bad. That's the problem with this. It was built with the all-or-nothing scheme. Let me see if I can pull up the armor. There we go. This is what Rosert was talking about. If you, by mistake, give broadside to any enemy battleship at tier 7 and a couple cruisers at tier 7, you will pay a heavy price. This ship had a massive Citadel. The engine room is huge. It's right there. Let me see if I can turn everything off so you all can get a better idea of this. Right there. And it is very thinly armored. And even the deck armor is not very good. So if you're fighting against an aircraft carrier and he gets lucky, yeah, goodbye engine room. Say hello to 18,000, 20,000 hit points worth of damage. And that torpedo protection, next to nothing. So if a destroyer does happen to survive to get close enough to you, yeah, you're going to take a lot of torpedo damage. So I think that's what Rosert was saying. The side armor on the Iowa is basically paper at that tier. I just added you. Can you add me back and invite me so I can play with you? Yeah, we could do a round together. Let me see if I can... I have to remember how to do this. I thought just because we were friends I could get you, right? Oh, that's interesting. Do forgive me. I haven't done this cross-platform yet. I haven't had a chance to. I know they added it, but all my friends are on PlayStation, so I haven't been able to try it yet. Here it is. Invite to a division. Lovely emblem, by the way. I like that. Tiger. What would you like to play, friend? Do you want to play your Massachusetts? We could duel Massachusetts. I'm just doing some friendly AI battles, by the way, so we can just goof off. Let me know what you'd like to pick, and I can pick it. I have ships in every single tier, Rosert. Am I saying that right? Rosert? If you need me to pronounce that a different way, just let me know. Oh, you wanted the Kurfürst, didn't you? Do you have anything that can pair up with the Kurfürst? I forgot. You did ask me for the Kurfürst. You requested that. I have the Currywurst, and I haven't played her in a while, so this is a good day to pull her out. Can you join with the Florida and the Currywurst? I guess you can. Oh, the Kansas. That's a good ship. I like the USS Kansas. All right, let's go into battle and see what we can get into. My ship is a legendary tier, so I'm sadly probably going to pull their USS Kansas into a legendary fight, but it will mean better XP for them. And thank you for joining me, Roser. This will be fun. Oh, you're about to unlock the Alaska, but this is fine. Oh, you're going to have such a good time, friend. The Alaska's a very good ship. There's people who pick on it. It's a little outclassed nowadays with some of the premiums that came out, but in all honesty, that is a fine cruiser. The front armor on it, you were complaining about armor on the Iowa. The Alaska is basically impenetrable from the front. It's a very fun cruiser to play. The combination of sonar on that ship and radar, with very, very supersonic, highly accurate cannon, very nice ship. You will enjoy the Alaska. I do recommend, though, friend, that you take it into AI battles a couple times to get the angling correct. It is kind of a pain to learn its angling, but once you master it, very good ship. Very smooth ship to play. It's one of my favorite cruisers. Just 24 hours away and getting the Alaska. I'm so pumped. Oh, I'm happy for you, friend. I know the excitement of getting close to these ships. And by the way, for those of you who don't know this game, unlocking a legendary ship takes months. So this is why our friend Rosert is excited. They've been waiting a long time to get that ship. Unless you're willing to pay hundreds of dollars, it's very hard to get a legendary ship in this game. Alright, Kansas is moving off. Do you want to try and secure A?
Enemy force detected.
My Curry First, I will warn you, friend, it's not professionally set up. I set my Curry First up for secondary attack. Long-range bombardment of secondaries. So I'll try not to make too much of a fool of us and not get blown up right off the bat by torpedoes, but I can't promise anything.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
Alright, we've got a Kabbalah. Is that a Oh, I actually thought we were up against the Yamato on this side. Hey, we lucked out. There's not a Yamato. It's just a Conqueror. And the Vento is going... the Vento's going broadside. I think it's going to pay a heavy price to the Kansas for that. Yes. Yes, Citadel! That's what it gets going broad. Oh, I'm going to activate my sonar. The Kleber's close to us, friend. Yay, fireworks. Oh, I love your fireworks on your ship, by the way. That's the new skin. I didn't get a chance to get one of those. So, but congratulations, you have those. They're fun. Ooh, ooh, threading the needle. Good job, Kansas. Rosert just threaded that. Very good. I might get a good hit here. Maybe?
Torpedoes to port.
Oh, no, 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 no. He sped up. He used his speed boost. That's what I was talking about with the speed boost. I might eat a torpedo. I might eat that. Oh. Oh, friend. We both did a thread the needle here. There's so many torpedoes in the water. It was that Kleber who got away. I should have paid more attention to the Kleber. Okay, now we get to see the Curry first in action because we're going to be secondary dueling the Conqueror. There's going to be a lot of little pops going off. Let the War of the Pop Guns be initiated. Go, go, Pop Guns on the Curry first. Actually, the Conqueror's so close that even the Kansas is going to be participating in the Pop Gun War here. See if I knock his guns out. Nope, it went right over. I really misjudged that. I got my rear cannon. Oh, he's in reverse. That's why I didn't get him. He's in reverse. It's okay. We still burned him. Good job, Kansas. And as you can see, this Kansas, now that's a tech tree ship. They went up against a legendary, two legendary ships. Why did they survive? They angled really well, and they played their cards safe and sound. They anticipated the torpedoes, dodged them, and they kept their battleship alive. So, very good battleship tactics. They did tank for us, by the way. I took no damage because the Kansas... Everybody on, or the AI, was completely dedicated to trying to shoot the Kansas to ribbons. Nice match, friend. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You placed a little higher than me. You were plunking those legendary ships pretty good. The key player was a Kleber on our team. Not shocking. That's a pretty good ship. That's a pretty good legendary ship. I don't have the Kleber or Montana yet. I would like to get the Montana. Very nice ship. Oh my gosh, you got the, making your point about the Iowa's armor, you got 4 Citadels with the Kansas. Yeah, the Kansas has got pretty accurate weapon fire. And at close range, that ship is devastating. Do you have the upgraded cannon set? Probably, if you're Citadeling the Iowa like it was cheese. You want to play the Florida. Let me go down to tier 6. I want to see the Florida. I haven't seen her in a while. Let's see. Should we be Team USA? Or should we be the Allies? And I'll do British. Trying to think of something that would pair really well with the Florida tier 6. You know what? I get to play one of my favorite ships. It's tempting to take the New Orleans. They match up really well. You are playing the Florida. You know what, friend? I'm going to play the Benham so I can screen for you. Let's do that. We'll be Team USA, and I'll play the Benham. And I will screen for you. That sounds fun. Battleship destroyer combinations and divisions are really fun. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosert. I just looked over and I saw the Nelson. We could do that next. We could do Team British next. Or the Allies. The Nelson's a very fun ship. I like to always call the Nelson the fire starter. That's basically what it does. It just starts fires at extreme ranges. It's a dragon. The Nelson's a dragon. It just breathes fire for the entire match. I mean, don't get me wrong. The AP shells are nothing to sneer at. And she does have all her guns in the front, so she can tank, and she has a super hill. But the real fun of using the Nelson is burning down other battleships. Benham is one of your favorite destroyers? Well, same here, Rosert. You know, she's a classic. Really is. The Benham, if you got her for free, this ship is such a classic. It's one of the very few American torpedo boats, and it's just fun to play. It's not the most competitive destroyer on the field. As indeed, it's actually one of the bigger destroyers, so it's easily spotted in competitive play. But when you're fighting AI, it's a blast. Friend, what direction are you going? I'm going to screen for you, so you can take some free shots. Don't open up on the first ship you see. Let's sneak in there and get your Florida close for some nice broadsides. I'm going to line up with you, friend, at the angle you're going. Let me see. You're going to be turning, right? Here you go. Let's sneak you in there.
Smoke generator started.
This is the fun, by the way, of having an ally. Because most players will just ignore the smoke, but now I have an ally. I knew which direction they were heading, so I'm going to give them a nice little smoke screen to get a little bit closer. And I am going to spot for them. Let's see who's our first victim. This should be fun. Hopefully, we'll get a good, juicy cruiser that'll appear. Or the AI is just going to go straight down the center and deny us our fun. What are they doing? It looks like the AI just made a hornet's nest over there. Well, Rose, I think our plan's defeated. I think the AI just decided to go straight down the center. I really thought I'd screen for you and you could get some... Oh, well, there's an Iowa. Take your revenge, friend. You've got the Iowa on screen. I will move ahead and spot for you, though, just to make sure there's no destroyers in this cap so we could safely take it. I'm going to do a full halt and spin. Well, I'm sorry, Rosert. Our plan was defeated because the AI just decided it was a good day to go down the center. I am trying to keep everything spotted for him. Maybe we'll get lucky here. I'm sure they can take out the Iowa if it does come across us. I got some torpedo hits, and I'm going to try and set a fire and get behind this hill. I can't really damage the Iowa except with fire shells on the deck, and she might be damage saturated. Goodbye, Iowa. I'm getting out of here. You can meet my friend in USS Florida. Please come this way. Here you go, Rosert. I'm bringing you a present. Are you still there? Yes, you're still in position. Good. I'm bringing you a present. I think he'll be full broadside to you. I'm going to watch this in overview. Oh, good whap. Ah, just shy of a citadel. It's because the back half's saturated. Kaboom. Well, I lured that Iowa to his doom. And we captured C. So we are doing a good job. Sorry, Rosert. I really thought that was going to be a big, massive citadel for you, friend. Sometimes the RNG is not friendly in this game. I also think that the back half of the Iowa might have been damage saturated from citadels and fires. I think our whole team had been shooting at it for the whole match. The Florida has very good long-range weaponry. So, my friend, Rosert here, will be able to take advantage of that position if they get foolhardy and they sit in between that gap.
Engine boost deactivated.
Let's just make sure everything stays on the detection. The Vladivostok, I think you're a little overmatched, friend. I will put one set of torpedoes in there in case he stops. I want to keep one, though, to get to that Richelieu. That's a bad threat on the AI team right now. I'll pick on that, though. It's not paying attention to me anyway. Ooh, nice. The Flander got the kill on that one. Here's the ship that I was most worried about on the enemy team. Do you see? Okay, our team... This is what I was talking about, the Richelieu. Welcome back, Stalling. I hope you had a good meal, friend. This is what I was talking about, the Richelieu. It's been alive the whole match, not taking any damage. That armor is just about impenetrable from that angle. Doesn't matter. We won by base points. Another good fight, friend. Thank you for joining me. Did you want to do another? You said, Rosert, I won't hit any buttons. What would you like me to play? Did you want me to do the Nelson? I've got time for a few fights. If you want to give it another go. I do own the Nelson. They had asked me to play the Nelson. It's a great ship. Let me show you the history of this ship. It's great. The battleship featured an innovative arrangement designed under the restrictions of the Washington Naval Treaty of 1922. The ship was armed with 406mm main guns that were concentrated in 3 turrets in the ship's bow. She was the first battleship in the Royal Navy to be armored to the all-or-nothing concept. Entered service in 1927, and she did have a sister ship. And as you can see, this was a novel concept in its time. It had all 3 of its main turrets staggered in the front of the ship. The back was simply secondary and anti-aircraft. Our friend is playing Heat Ray. Oh! You want to do tier 5? Guess what? I have the opposing ship to that. I think I have the other one. You've got Heat Ray. Oh, this is good. We'll do Team Godzilla and Kong. This will be fun. I have Primal. So the ship that my friend is using, I'll put it on screen in a moment. That's actually a part of the event that's going on with King Kong versus Godzilla. So they're using Heat Ray. This would be the ship I'm going to use. They are using... I believe I do own it. I just need to find it. I thought I had Heat Ray. Yeah. So this will be the ship that they're using. The Godzilla ship. So I'm going to queue up the Primal. That'll be fun. And I have a Warhammer captain on it, though. Because I mostly play it as a backliner. And Rosert, I'm sorry I'm only doing AI battles today, but I didn't really want to get frustrated or tied down with PvP. I do some standard battles on stream sometimes, and now that we've added World of Warships to our queue on Thursdays, I may start doing some standard fights. Today was just kind of a casual day, and I was mostly just wanting to look over the new events and see what was going on. And I do enjoy AI battles. I know they're a little boring, but it's just kind of fun to goof off with ships. Good luck, friend. Yes, good luck to you as well, Rosard. We've got Team Godzilla. I'm even flying their flag, actually. Alright, so there's their pretty Godzilla ship. Theirs is a Japanese, mine's is based on an American design, but we're both big battleships. I am going to swing around to A, friend. I designed the Primal mostly for long-range bombardment, unlike the few ships that we've already been playing today on stream. Heat Ray's got some really nice cannons on it. These two are going to look good selling together. Let's add a little bit more, let's fire up the engines a little bit more than this. I've been doing this just because I know the guns need to be over here. Is that an AI-controlled T-61? No, good. I'm very happy that's not AI-controlled because that means he actually is going to probably take down someone and scout for us. They do have an aircraft carrier. I'm launching our fighter. There is a Nuremberg that's going to threaten our little T-22.
Enemy battleship sighted.
I might be able to get him if he doesn't slow down. Please speed up like I anticipated. Yes, he did. I got a Citadel in the back half of the Nuremberg. So that Nuremberg's almost toast. I'm focusing the cruisers so that this destroyer can get into A. Oh no, there is an Andre in there. Be careful, Heat Ray. Rosert, you're going to be going up against an enemy battleship of almost equivalent weight class. I might be stuck in dueling this New Mexico. I don't think I'm going to get around the hill. Burgundy's coming around. I got a Citadel through the front because it can't angle against these cannons. I am going to go into a hiding position, though, because two torpedoers are coming in on me. Let's get an overview. Is our friend okay? The destroyer's still alive. I think he's going to do a drive-by torpedoing on the Andre Diora, but I don't think he's going to make it. It looks like the AI stopped just short of allowing him to get there.
Fighter returning to ship.
What's the other battleship doing? That's the Normandy. Being engaged by a Minsk and a York. They play their cards right. They should be able to take down the Normandy. I'm more worried about the Italian battleship over here that's very tanky and just waylaid our destroyer. Yep, we lost this flank. The destroyer went down. So it's time for Rosert and I to try and re-establish control over here. Let's see what two battleships can do. That's going to fire torpedoes at me, but I could survive one volley of it. Please go broadside to me. Almost. Alright, slamming on the anchor. I can get broadside on them. Yes! Most of its hit points. Just shy of all of its hit points. Very good job, Rosert, dealing with the torpedoist. Taking him out was a very good thing. I thought that our secondaries might get him. That's why I left. Oh, no! Oh, that... Oh, wow. The semi-armor piercing must have detonated. That was... Wow. Those secondaries are no joke on the Andre. Did you eat a torpedo, friend? You must have... the torpedoes must have got him once. I avenged you.
Destroyed an enemy battleship. Purge these beasts.
I have avenged our friend who helped us secure this flank.
Our team has taken
They valiantly went down in combat against 3 ships. I still have the rear cannons. Let's see if I can't help damage the New Mexico. Yep, nice solid 6,000 damage on the front of it. Nope, not going to get the kill. The shells are not very fast on this ship. Accurate, yes, but not very fast. They were very super heavy shells. The same as the Iowas, actually. Well, the Iowa used very... I mean, if there was a class of shell higher than super heavy... This is going to be my last match for today, but I'd play with you some more another time. Oh yeah, Rosert, that's fine, friend. I will stream this game again, and I do play casually off and on for dailies. I've had a lot of fun with you, friend. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. It did Citadel you twice. Yeah, the Italian ships with the semi-armor piercing, they can get some pretty lucky Citadels at close range, depending on the ship you're using. And the Japanese ships didn't have the greatest Citadel armor either. Mixed with low hit points, not great. Of course, the price you're paying is what affords you to buy the very, very, very nice canning of the Heat Ray. The Ryuju. I don't think we're going to get to it. We will get the flag for our friend here. We will do this in the name of Rosert. I don't think I can reach it. So this is one of the last types of dreadnoughts that was built. It's based on the New Mexico, I think, or the Kansas. I can't remember. No, it's based on a New Mexico design, I think. Even though it's got the weird paint job on it for the Godzilla versus King Kong. And we won. Very good. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Rosert. I know you said that was your last battle for the day. If it makes it easier, just call me Jay. Oh, well, okay, Jay. That's fine. I will try to keep that in mind. I always tell people in chat, if I'm not saying your name right or you have a preference to a name, just let me know. I'm completely fine with using whatever you're comfortable with. Hey, look, I got a segment done. Oops. Let me see what we just finished. Ah. We're getting close to the Kaga. That'll be really fun when I get that, by the way. I will really enjoy that. And we've got the auction going. Alright. So as I was stating earlier today, I do have to work later tonight, and I do have to take a class, and I have to learn a brand new system for logistics today. It's pretty long. I've got to read a paperwork, sign forms. I've got a lot of boring things to do later. As such, I am going to be breaking away now to have my lunch, take a nap, and prepare for a very long night of work. However, I go into that with a smile on my face, because I had some fun today playing with the friends, and showing off some of my favorite ships in the game. Sorry it wasn't more action-y today, but like I said, Thursdays, we're just going to start picking a casual, probably a multiplayer game on Thursdays from now on. Maybe Star Trek Online, Yu-Gi-Oh!, World of Warships Legends. I'm trying to think. Any of those. We'll always play something that's a multiplayer where people can jump in. So let me switch the scenes. Thank you all for joining me. It was a lovely time. And as I said, this was a great way for me to relax and get ready for a very long work day. Thank you, Rosert, Jay, for joining me in a couple rounds today. It was a pleasure to meet you, and it was quite fun. Let us see where we can go and park for the afternoon. I'm sure there's some friends streaming. Okay, let us see what we've got available. I've got Coffee Talk, I've got Dying Light, Thunder Force 4, Kingdom Hearts, V Rising, I don't know what that is. Got some Minecraft. Dying Light, I don't know what that is. So I have a couple places that we can go and hang out for the day. I don't know what everybody would like to see, but my friend, I have a couple really nice friends on right now. I think the one that I wanted to raid, I think, is getting ready to end for the day. So I'm just going to go and peek in real quick and see if they're ending. And, but like I said, tomorrow morning, if you want to see us again, we will be live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. And that will be for the Yu-Gi-Oh! The continuation of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Story. I think we're actually going to finish up that chapter tomorrow. And then 5 p.m. tomorrow evening, Eastern Time, I will be back with Final Fantasy Tactics, and we'll continue our trip through Avalis. Oh, you know, I'm really glad I didn't end yet. I have one more announcement to make. Discord. We are on time and on schedule for Cartoon Night in the Discord, 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday night. We will be continuing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 2, and then we'll play some Master Duel after that. So if you want to join us, there's a link to our Discord. Just make sure you hit the check mark when you get in and read the rules. And yes, we're going to go and see Techie Rob. I like their channel. It's very nice and cozy. And they are playing Thunder Force 4. If you don't know what that is, it is a side-scrolling shooter game. It's a retro game. I believe they're playing it on the Sega Genesis. And they have a cat cam. Their stream all the time gets interrupted by their cat. It's kind of nice. The cat is actually kind of a star of their show. So let's go and say hi to Techie Rob. I will put up our raid messages for your convenience. Now, Techie Rob runs a fairly clean chat. They themselves, I don't think, ever curse, but their chat room is 18 plus. So I am going to give that warning for those who might have us muted or whatever, that the chat's 18 plus. So if you're easily bothered by adult language, or you're not 18 years or older, I don't recommend going, because the chat will curse from time to time. But their channel's free of it, and they just mostly they play classic and retro games, and they're a very, very nice person. So we're going to go and spend the afternoon with them. The Northern gods may be harsh on you. The Norsen gods? Oh no. Thank you, San, for being here. Thank you, Stalling, everyone who came in.